Lately, I'm starting to see a vicious circle of people giving up. And I call it a vicious circle because I think we're treating this very light, when in reality, this can lead to a really major depression. And you might say, yeah, I hear that a lot. There's a lot of videos made out of this. But let me ask you something. Do you see anybody really doing anything about it? Sadly, not many. There's so many goals that people have put themselves up to. Some people procrastinated and didn't do nothing about it to get there. I get that. But I also see a lot of people that have been busting their ass every day to make it up there, to make their dreams to come true. Sadly, and it's unfortunate that not everything that we want is going to go exactly as we think that it should go. There's things that is going to push our dreams farther behind than others. Some might say, hey, I want to do YouTube, but I'm too shy to be on a camera. Don't worry, I was there too. I'm still think that I'm there. But the difference is that I push myself every day in front of the camera, because this is a journey that is meant to be saved as a proof of a life that 13 years ago I didn't have, because I was in a coma, because I didn't know if I was going to come back to the normal life or not. And that's why I make these videos. That's why I document everything. But also, there were so many times that I want to give up. There's so many more times that I wanted to just sit down in the little corner and ask myself, what do you want with your life? What is it that is moving you in at least any direction? Doesn't even have to be north. Just, I was so stuck up that I was just praying to be moving any direction, just to see a little bit of momentum in any angle possible. Because I felt like I was living in a capsule that is just filling up with water every single day, a little bit more. And I felt like I was drowning myself on that. And you know how many times I just, nope, I'm done. Today I am done. I had a lot of those. As soon as I opened my eyes, I was already there. I was already in that same mentality. As soon as I opened my eyes, still my butt in the bed. But man, I was already in that negative cycle. And then I will blame that I had a horrible day because I woke up in a horrible mood. I felt like no matter what did I do, everything was keeping going up and making my dreams being farther out there. By then, at one point, it was just having a roof, having a house, and not even buying a house. It's just having a place to call home, a place that I don't have to be in a tent, because I was homeless too. I hid myself for 13 years. Like if I was in the most wanted list. I was embarrassed of myself. And don't get me wrong, I still got some. I still got some. I don't know. I don't want to call it issues. I have some feelings that it still makes me feel like that. Very insecure of myself. And this is me being real with you. I don't even know how to set up the whole simple live stream, even though there's plenty of YouTube videos out there. But it's because I feel like putting all this bunch of gears together is just, I don't want to be perfect. Already felt for so long. I felt broken for so long in my life that I started chasing being perfect, or whatever version of my head was at that point wanted to be perfect. I wanted to walk without my limp. So I pushed myself a little bit more, and guess what? That also included more pain with that. Unnecessary pain. Like my problems was never about alcohol, even though my past, my exes has been really big on alcohol. And that's why the problem began, you know? I feel like it's so sad to see the beauty in people, how beautiful they are here as they are in the outside. But some of those beautiful people, beautiful humans, also choose to be ugly in the inside by choice. I mean, I mentioned earlier that I was homeless, but that was not by choice. That was by somebody that I used to love decided to go a different path with a different person other than myself. And I'm okay with that. I have to respect her life choices. But I don't need to stay there neither and take the abuse. But those decisions are also decisions that have led me to be without a roof. But being without a roof have a different entitlement and a different mindset when you're not a drug user, alcoholic, when your mind is very clean, you start realizing that that moment, as bad as it is, and all the obstacles that are raining on you, also are shaping you in a way that you have never saw yourself. You didn't even thought about yourself in that way. Like you go into this situation just dressed like this. But as you keep going and it's progressing and it starts getting harder and harder every single time, you start realizing that now you have an armor. Now the things that used to hurt you and get you left you without air, now it just bounces. Now you can take a punch, you can take a kick, you can take a beating. Because everything that you have done until this moment have shaped you and built an armor around you. So when you're making it up here, if by any chance you crumble down, maybe you missed a step, I guarantee you will get back up there a lot faster than you have been working on it. Because all those experiences are shaping you right now. Don't quit. That's all you have to do. Don't quit. But don't stay stagnant in there, or neutral, in place, and like a zombie standing there. And expecting that everything that you want is just like the world rotating at your will. Because the world rotates with or without you. Not for you. You have to figure out the way how you want to live this life, how you want to live the day, how many things you want to get accomplished throughout the day. Because the world doesn't care. If the actual world, the planet, doesn't care, anybody in it doesn't have to care about you neither. And if you are the only person that can actually care about yourself and give a shit about yourself, and you're not gonna do anything because you just don't give a fuck about it, well, guess what? You are your own last hope. Nobody's coming for you. You are your own last hope. Stay hopeful. Stay positive. What comes out of your mouth, you become. If all you can do is talk shit, guess what you're gonna turn into eventually? I'm not even gonna say it. I think a lot highly of all of you. For you not to understand that. This is surrounding all of us. There's more wants around us in our heads than needs on our hearts. We're not letting the things that we actually need in life, we're not letting them in. We let the noise in. We let everybody else in. Even people that you don't trust yourself with. Yeah, you let them in. And then you get angry when they let you down, when they use you, when they chew you and spit you out just like a bubblegum. I was just listening to a conversation the other day in a store by two different, not teenagers, I want to say young adults. And they were talking about this whole YouTube thing, which, by the way, that's how I even found out about it. But that YouTube changed some rules. It changed some for the monetization and start getting paid. But what struck me about the conversation was not even about the rules and everything that changed about it. What got me was how they were interacting with each other, and they're already giving up before it was even official. There was so much time ahead in our lives, and we stop right now. Sometimes we stop, but I want to say, okay, think about it like this. I want to say, in the next 4 years, this is my goal. This is going to be my goal, where I want to be at, right? But then imagine that's all I did for the 4 year. I just stood here and tell you where I wanted to be in 4 years. In 4 years, did I got it done? No. Oh, no, in four more years. Now we're 80 years in. That's because you stay there and you were more scared to even begin. You were more worried about the end result and the end of everything than actually doing it. Like, these two young adults were giving up before they really had a choice to make, months ahead. You can't stay there. You can't stay there. That's gonna consume you. You're gonna be caring more about the stuff that is on your way, the stuff that is between you and your dreams, or you and your goals. You're gonna spend all your energy threading in the water thinking about this instead of swimming towards it. Don't give up. Don't give up. Be here, be there, but be real. Be real with yourself. There's people that reach their success in their 50s or 60s. Why you're in the hurry? Because everybody around you is saying it. And that's the thing. Everybody around us starts talking about it and starts feeling about this whole, I'm gonna quit, I'm gonna give up, I'm like this, I'm done with this, I'm done with that. And then goes from one person to multiple person. The next thing, you have thousands of people feeling the same way. And then when those thousands of people get all contagious to more another thousand, eventually it's going to be hundreds of thousands. Where do you think it's going to go from there? Depression. Look at 2020. And I'm not going to go in the political side. I'm not going to go around the disease and everything, COVID, all that stuff. But just as you started going through this, and everything started shutting down, do you remember how the whole world was coming down to like sadness, depressions, hopelessness? How quickly that spread? Right now, we have a lot of situations around the world, a lot of arguments around the world, a lot of uncertainty around the world. We don't know what the future is about to bring us. What I can tell you is you have the tools, you have the time, you have the will to look for the right attitude and prepare yourself before everything turns into a chaotic nightmare. Because if you wait to that moment to start doing some deep searching, deep soul searching, you might not find that many positive things by then to hold on to. Don't quit. Don't give up.